A gondola ride along the numerous shops and restaurants here. Just one of the many attractions you can enjoy at the Venetian Resort Hotel Casino. And inside the poker room, Phil Hellmuth singing a surprisingly upbeat tune on the rail after being eliminated by John Duthie.
John, what'd you have that hand when I had ace-king?
9-10 of hearts.
Oh, good move, man.
And the other one, I had aces. The other one where I re-raised you pre and you called, and it came like 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9, 10. Do you remember? No, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Wow, you had 9 10.
I had aces.
Good play, man.
Yeah.
Good play, man. This has to be a Phil Hellmuth body double.
Duthie having a good day so far, but that certainly was not the case for this TV producer early in his poker career.
I went to a casino and I saw these guys playing 7-card stud, and I wrote off to the gambler's bookshop and tried to learn the game, and then promptly lost my salary for about 2 years to these sharks, but still kind of liked them for some reason. I don't know why. I think the thing that drew me to it were the personalities involved. I think the first time I saw a group of guys playing it, they were kind of interesting, quirky characters in the local casino. I just liked the mixture. I've always thought the film industry is the biggest dysfunctional family in the world. You have these huge highs and lows of emotion, and I think the same applies to a poker game. And so I felt really, really comfortable playing that game.
Wow.
Now, I'm a semi-professional poker player.
I'm going to raise.
I play pretty much every day. I always try to visualize winning a tournament right from the word go.
We're going to play a big pot soon, fella.
I don't think I'd ever enter a tournament if I didn't think I could win it. It would be a great event to do well in, because obviously not just from the money point of view, but also the prestige of actually winning the tournament like this would be great.
Well, even if he doesn't win, Duthie has Phil Hellmuth's head stuffed and mounted over his fireplace now. Nice decorating touch.
So Duthie with the bounty chip at table 2. Seaver is heads up with Sorrel Mitzi. At table 3, Faraz Jaka has more than a 2-to-1 chip advantage on Jen Tilly. And now at that table, Tilly at risk and behind.
King. King. If I bust out, I have to go to New York for an audition.
Same here. I think we're up for the same part.
They're waiting for the turn card. Tilly looking for a king or a tray.
King.
Turn card is an ace, and that is going to end it. Tilly drawing dead. Faraz Jaka will take her bounty chip.
Boy, this Faraz Jaka kid is dangerous.
I'm taking my 2 little bounty things and getting out of here.
Those 2 bounty things are worth $10,000 to Tilly. Jaka has 3 bounty chips, and he'll take a huge chip lead into heads up against Annie Duke to win $75 grand and a spot at the final table. At the featured table, top stack, Hoyt Corkins has Havad Khan in trouble going to the river. Khan needs help right away or he is done. The river card is an 8, and that will do it. Havad Khan eliminated. Corkins will collect the bounty chip.
You've got to figure the Alabama Cowboy would be a good bounty hunter.
Okay, I get that chip too.
Norman, that may be the quietest elimination in poker history right there. Hoyt Corkins approaching 100,000 chips as he picks up his second bounty. Faraz Jaka, we saw, just picked up his 3rd bounty, but Scott Seaver still leads with 5 bounties, right now worth an extra $25,000 to the former Ivy Leaguer. And I don't mean Phil Ivey. A brand new group of players will be in action later. Eventually, we'll have 7 table winners who will sit at the final table and play for that trophy you just saw, and almost $500,000, winner take all. 3-handed at this featured table. Hoyt Corkins folded. John Duthie with 5-4 offsuit.
Cool.
And you see by the red box next to Duthie's name, he's in the small blind. He called for 800.
After the World Poker Tour started, Duthie said, hey, we can do that over here. And that's when he put together the European Poker Tour.
Richardson with King 7 of the big blind with a raise to 4,600. Duthie makes the call, hoping to get lucky on the flop. And here we go. Trey, deuce 9. Neither pairs up. Duthie with an up and down straight draw. Richardson's king high is best. Duthie checked. Richardson will bet with king high 3,500.
Duthie's not going anywhere. Heck, he knows he might win the hand just pairing his 5 or his 4.
He makes the call for 3,500. It's another tray on the turn. Richardson is still best. John checks again. Richardson checks after the board paired.
I don't think Richardson would have lost Duthie if he bet there.
River card, another 9, 2 pair on the board. You see the 100% next to Richardson's name. With the king kicker, he can't lose the hand if he stays in it. Duthie will bet it this time, 11,000.
I hate it when the British try to steal from Americans. That's what led to the revolution, my friends. Of course, Duthie's picked a good time to try to steal. Richardson has nothing, too.
He makes the call, though. A nice call at that, and that will give Richardson the pot.
Wow, what a call. I could see him raising there to try to steal it himself, but Richardson just calls, and he's
Nice call,
right.
Adam.
Thanks, Tom.
That's poker I can't play, Lon.
Not much poker you can play.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Over at table 2, Elke was the last one out, leaving Sorel Mitzi to deal with a dominating Scott Seaver. Action underway at that table when ace-9 Seaver just re-raised Mitzi, who needs 3,600 to call pre-flop.
Come on.
And Mitzi will shove with his ace-10.
It's like 28.
Yeah, they both have an ace. Seaver has a 5-1 chip lead heads up. Seaver almost certainly will call here.
I call.
Seaver has been bounty motivated, and he'll try to get the last one here by knocking off Sorel Mitzi if he can come from behind.
That's game, boys.
And now the flop, 5 Jack 4, not much for either.
Man, so you're already looking for when the 9 of clubs hits on the turn?
9 of clubs is fine, as long as I have a sweat.
Just looking for...
Mitzi looking to double up. He'll give away the 9 of clubs. And there it is on the turn.
Be careful what you wish for. Seaver getting closer to his prey.
God, I can't believe it's 9 of clubs. You're just like, do it.
Mitzi now needs a 10 or a club to survive.
The river card is an 8, and that does it. The knockout blow to Sorel Mitzi by Scott Seaver, who knocked every player out at this table.
Boy, Seaver doesn't look like a bounty hunter, but he collected all of them.
Walking like this.
He won $30,000 in bounties, $75K for making the final table, and now with a shot at the bounty bonus and the grand prize, Scott Seaver has something to dance about. 21 of the game's greats began this first flight of the bounty shootout.
I think I'm supposed to play this hand.
One has already advanced.
Oh, my God. Walking like this.
But 5 players still loom, looking for one of the 2 remaining seats at the final table.
Good later.
Still to come, 28 new players beginning their flight, including world champions, online greats, and some of the best players in the world.
Bounty, come get some of this.
They'll do battle to try and advance to the final table here at the PokerStars.net High Roller Bounty Shootout. Action still to conclude here in this first flight, and if you're atop this bounty leaderboard when it's all over, you earn an extra $100,000. Scott Seaver, the lead dog right now. Back to the 3-handed feature table.
Now I'm going to have to get lucky.
The short-stacked John Duthie, first to act. Ace-10.
I'm all in.
Yep, he does move all in. He's got a little more than 16,000.
10 big blinds left. Nice to see an ace in that spot.
And ace-queen for Richardson.
What? Be so sweet to knock you out, John, after all the fun we've had.
Yeah, I can imagine it would be.
I'm all in.
And he moves all in. That's a total of almost 61,000.
Let me see if I can find something here.
Corkins has them both covered.
Nope.
But can't call with a 10 tray. So Richardson now has Duthie at risk.
There's 3 10s in there that I can hit.
Well, Hoyt Corkins had one of those 10s.
Funny thing is, I think I'm going to hit it.
He's going to need to hit something. Richardson looking for a second bounty. And here's the flop, and there's a 10. Duthie's feeling was correct. He has the lead.
I can suck out. I can suck out.
Duthie said he was going to have to get lucky, and he has gotten lucky.
I could play.
So now Richardson.
I'm pretty good at the resuck, though, so...